Have you ever picked up your phone for one quick thing and 30 minutes later, you don't even remember why you opened it? Or maybe you constantly jump between tabs, struggle to sit through a movie, check notifications without thinking, or feel mentally overstimulated almost all the time. And honestly, a lot of people feel like their attention is completely scattered right now. And that's because modern life is training your brain to seek constant stimulation. And over time, that changes the way your mind operates. Welcome to the Mindset Lab, where we turn insight into action and patterns into progress. If you're new here, I'm Coach Jose, and this channel is all about practical strategies to help you master your mindset, regulate your emotions, and create a healthier, more intentional life. And today we're talking about something that affects almost everybody: attention hijacking. Because attention, well, it works like a muscle, and what you repeatedly give your attention to reshapes your nervous system. Once you realize that, you start realizing why focus feels harder, silence feels uncomfortable, and your mind constantly wants stimulation. So let's step into the lab. Your brain is naturally drawn towards novelty, stimulation, unpredictability, and reward. Now, that is not a weakness. That's simply biology. Every notification, every scroll, every new piece of content creates a tiny dopamine response. And over time, your brain starts craving constant stimulation. So it's kind of like mental junk food. Feels good temporarily, but weakens sustained focus over time. And modern technology is designed around this concept. Apps compete for your attention because attention has become one of the most valuable resources in the modern world. Now, here's where the real problem starts. Constant interruptions train the brain for shallow focus, for rapid task switching, low frustration tolerance, and mental restlessness. Your brain becomes what it repeatedly practices. So if your attention constantly jumps, your mind becomes conditioned to keep jumping. Now, that's why people now struggle with doing things like reading books, doing deep work, enjoying stillness, having uninterrupted conversations, or even simple boredom. And honestly, most people don't realize how uncomfortable silence has become for them because the brain has been trained to expect constant stimulation. So, why does stillness feel so uncomfortable? Well, this part goes deeper than technology because sometimes constant distraction is not just about entertainment, it's about avoidance. A lot of people use stimulation to avoid stress, uncertainty, boredom, uncomfortable emotions, difficult thoughts, or simply being alone with themselves. So the moment silence appears, the brain reaches for stimulation. It reaches for the phone, for music, scrolling, videos, noise, anything to avoid sitting still internally. A distracted mind often becomes a disconnected mind. And this is why attention matters so much, because attention shapes awareness, and awareness shapes your life. So, how do we start rebuilding healthier attention patterns? Well, not by becoming anti tech, but by becoming intentional. And one of the best ways to do that is what I call the attention reset method. So, step one, notice the grab. Start paying attention to what repeatedly hijacks your focus. Ask yourself, what grabs my attention most often? Maybe it's notifications, social media, overthinking, multitasking, anxiety, emotional triggers, or constant stimulation. Awareness comes first because you can't change patterns that you don't notice. Step two,